Alright, welcome back to Stationeers. Today hopefully 106 days. So today I hopefully get AIME at least doing something. I was watching the where's my laptop? Okay, here. Was watching the ending of the video and then I was concerned about this condition here. So if I'm equal to 0, that's the best case possible. Do this. If I'm greater than 10, go here. And this one is greater than 0. 10 is always greater than 0, so this will also always happen. Yeah. Good that I watch that again. So this will be ignored, and they are always going to go here. So that means the door will instant close. So I'm reading the receiver, right? So the receiver will be always 0, then the number will be the counting, and then the number just jumps to 1. I assuming 1 as the storm, right? So I could just make this like branch equals 1, yes, because I don't have the counting from 10 to 1, right? It just goes straight to 1. If I remember correctly. Why did I do this? I left the laptop there. Come on. Go back. What am I doing here? I was going to check the code, right? So no storm, right? No. Yeah, so pre-storm, if it's greater than 10, just do that, right? And then if is R1, which is the transformer, which is greater than, if it's less than 10, yeah. So when this is 0, it will always pick 1, yes. So it go all the way to 11 and then go straight to 1. That's what it should be doing. It's perfect. So in that case, the code I have will work. That could be a disaster. So U is the same trader, right? Yes. So 7, but yeah, I need to add more beds so I can have like a bigger trades. AL, don't forget the freaking AL. Okay, so now when there is no storm, it's going to go here. Before the storm is going to go here, and during the storm it's going to go here, and not gonna to replace anything. Perfect. That's perfect. Because it was entering here and here at the same time, right? So the AIME. I have all this, so it's annoying that you can't copy multi-line. So I need to wait in the base, going to the entrance, going to the base. waiting at base be 0, going to base be 1, going to entrance 2, so wait at the base, going to the entrance, going to the base, that doesn't matter the order. Moving to mining site. And then mining. What else? Guess for now that's all I need. So let's make the waiting at the base. This move to target will probably be worse than actually having just call this, because now I am wasting 3 lines. So where am I gonna store the AIME mode? I'm not using DB for anything, right? So I can use DB as the AIME mode. Yes. So if I end up using C and D, right? So I said if I get to D, I would review the stack. Then 9. Eight. Okay. So I have those move here. Move ideally will be just here. Wait at the base. Current state will be when I first launch this, going to the entrance. Well, make no difference. I'm gonna load from DB anyways. So handle the storm. Open the door. Do this. Do this. Do this. Okay. So then. Load from the load into R0 from DB. R0. Would be this. Load into current mode from DB settings, right? And then it would be branch equal this to AIME waiting at base. Now, oh, the naming, right? So you can't have the same name here as you have here. Um, this could be just called AIME waiting. Which doesn't exist, right? Yes, yes, yes. So jump to RA. Let's see if I'm gonna have to use something else. So what do I need to do when waiting at the base, right? So I need to make sure there is no storm. The inventory is empty. And the power is full. So let's start reading the power. Load device. The AIME will be a device, right? Yeah, AIME device receiver. Load into R0 from AIME receiver, I guess power. Mode error pressure on temperature position velocity variables in Q, variables in vicinity. Okay, so those should help know if there is or not. Reference ID. Forward orientation velocity. Okay, so I guess that's power. And I hope it's really power in a percentage. So waiting at the base, right? So it's load R0 from the power. So if this is a percentage, means 1 is full and 0 point something is not. So I would save is equal R0 R1. That should mean full power. Since the AIME is on and the power will be flickering, I will just put greater than save if it's greater than 0.98. Because I'm pretty sure it will go to 100, but then it's on and it's gonna be flickering and then we're gonna never hit this 1 equal to 1. So a small margin and then we see how it goes. So R0 is power. I said power, inventory, and storm. Storm is easy, right? So I already have the storm here. So if my but I'm losing the, well, I can just read it again, right? Yes. So load device from, no, just load into R1 from this, and then we'll save greater than 0, right? Doesn't matter if it has any warnings. R1. So storm warning. Either stay inside or just go back home. And then the inventory. Do I gonna have to cycle to all the inventories? That would be annoying. So this goes 0 to 9, so it's 10, but it's actually 8. I guess I could call unload and just wait the mode to be 0? Yes. I hope. So then I'm gonna load device into R2 from mode and then save if it's equal to 0. Assuming it should go to 0 and it's absolutely doing nothing at all, right? So none. So I set to unload, it should unload, so I don't need to loop through the things. I'm assuming that's how it works. And then when it's moved to 0, it means it's empty. If not, I'm going to have to cycle to the inventory. So that should be waiting at the base. So if all of these conditions, so I'm doing 1, right? So if it's full power, so I'm considering positive case, you can go out, right? So save greater than 0. In that case, that will be save if equals to 0, because then I can end everything equal to 0. So if there is no warning, and the mode is also equal to 0. Save if it's equal to 0, yes. So if I can end those, right? So and R0, R0, R1, and R0, R0, R2. And then if all of those are okay, then it can go out, yes. So then I can just do branch if it's equal to 0, R0. So if it's any of this is false, this will be 0, so then can just go back to RA. Just stop there. If I get here, it means I'm free to go. So I can then just do a set path.
Power low.
Save into device and receive the mode, which would be to the next mining site. So the next mining site is something that will be stored somewhere, more variables, because the mining site keep changing. Yes. Why am I with the suit? Start feeling I should have handled the Harvey first, so I don't have to keep manually doing this. Seed, 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 seed. This is not seed. I'm not gonna wait you to seed. That's it. So seed, seed, and seed, perfect. Should be full on everything. So rice and yes. Seed, seed, seed. I forgot the wheat. been doing this for a while. You can see if I can get like a sequence now. And then the potatoes. Done. Should have a different trader. Implements. Does this one buy ores? I have no idea. Which one buy what? Seems lower. Definitely is lower, so it's probably over this direction here. Jeez, they increased the timing on the smaller one by a lot. Okay, so 2. One more. Perfect. Don't forget to call the trader. Don't. Ooh, the mining site. I need 2 coordinates for the mining site, right? So I need 2, yeah. So I'm using a lot of stuff here, right? So X and Z. Z. So I will need to change the mode here, right? So save to device. So save to DB. Settings. We go mining, which is AIME moving to mining site. Okay. Let's check what this guy have. And you got the same trader again, really? I'm buying fuel just to put in my stuff there. But it's not really... This is empty, right? Yes. Oh yeah, there is a problem with this. So see, it's pushed to 0. And then immediately stop, but then this tank is still half stuff, so I have the wrong condition on stopping this guy, right? So I need to fix that. You buy what? Nothing really, so it's annoying. Can you please not come back next time? Whoa, what happened with my mouse there? So I set to the mining site. I don't have a mining site defined yet, but for now I will assume it's already defined. So wait in the base, it will do all these conditions. If all those conditions, if any of these conditions are not set, it will go 0, because just keep waiting. If all the conditions are set, then move to mining site. That's it. So now here if I can't type this correctly, so here I just need to set save into the no. I need to set the target first. So the target for the mining, if the target is already set, I just need to do this, right? So in that case, much better if I do this here. I still have some lines here, but not much. Moving to the mining site, right, which means come on, can I please stop save to DB? So save the device, AIME receiver, device, target X will be, that's not the name I gave here, so a mining site X and mining site Z, yes. Now, and then set the mode. Right, so now I wait the mode to be 0, but, right, big but, if it goes to a slight slope, the Y will never be 0, so I can manually check if it's Z and X is already the value I want. Yes. So I can do load from device into R0 from this string X, load device into R1, string Z, and then save if is equal to R0, and this, so if this is equal, and then save is equal R1 with this, and means we are in the right position and don't care about Y. R0 and R1. So branch is equal to 0, so if it's 0 I'm not there yet, so just go back to RA. Otherwise I need to go mining. Now I don't remember how you go mining. You have the three things here, right? So 3 wander around looking for ores. Then you have those two things here. I need to remember how you combine those two together. I will need to monitor it somehow. So one thing I want, I'm running out of lines here. Yeah, this takes a lot of space. I'm not using this. So one thing that I want, right? So at D0, D1, D2, D3, yeah, I'm running out of devices. So I guess I do by name. So I want to see like where the AIME is, but that will cost me a lot of lines as well. Well, let's just do it and then we see how many lines we have. So load device from AIME position X, loading true or 0 from position X, save batch name into console. Then let's call it MEX or 0, and then load the Z, save the Z. Then I want the mode, and do I want those other two ores in vicinity and minerals in queue? I mean, you set your tree, and then if this is, what is a number? Ooh, charge ratio. Charge. That scares me, because if this is charge ratio and charge, I don't think power actually means power. I would need to read slot 0 and then read the charge ratio. Oh, that will be a pain. That will be such a pain. Crap, so I need to test the ores in the vicinity, the minerals in the vicinity, and then the charge ratio here. So this I can test inside the base, I guess. Yes. I mean inside the base, I mean with this. So export all this so I don't lose it. So I can say save into DB mode 3. It's a one-time operation. And then I see what the heck the shit does with it. Through this, right? So minerals in vicinity is 83. minerables in Q is 0, right? So minerables in Q is 82. We're probably gonna get stuck trying to get somewhere. But that explains how this would work, right? So I set it to 3. And then if minables, not minerables, minables, I guess that's how you pronounce this. Minables in Q are 0. It means there's nothing else to mine, yes. So I'm gonna assume this. Can you stop? Thank you. Crap. Be careful here to not overwrite the entire code. Move to mining. This end here. So the only thing I need to do here is to actually start mining, right? Which would be, I'm not checking for the waiting status, so I need to always do these checks here, right? Yes. Crap. Okay, so let's go slow. This will be saving the slots. Here, moving to mining, right? So the next one will be actually mining. So move to the B setting, not move, save to the B settings and mining. That should be all I need here. Now AIME mine, jump for A here. So I need to wait for the minables in Q to be 0, right? So branch, or if the mode is not full, right? Yes, so load device are 0 from AIME. So mode, then save if it's not equal, are 0 to 6. Exactly, if it's not 6, right? Storage full. Then also need to load device for 1 from come on, load device into R1 from AIME receiver. Mine jeez, I'm gonna never type this correctly. Minables in Q. Enable in Q with no. With S, there is a S here. Thank you. And save is greater than 0 or 1 or 1. So I'm checking if I stay mining, right? So if this is not 6 and if it's not 0. Yes, so then I do and 0 or 0 and I 1. And then I will then, so branch if it's greater than 0. I'm doing and, right? So I'm doing, just making sure I'm not inverting this. So I load the mode if the mode is not equal to 6. When it's 6, this will be 0. Perfect, so I want 1. And this greater than 0, which also means 1. Yeah, so then I do an AND, so if this is 1.
Hunger caution.
So if this is 1 and greater than 0, means I'm mining, so just jump to our A. Otherwise, well, that's not how I want to do, right? So branch if it's equal or 0 to 6. If it's equal to 6, I want to go home. Yes. Going to the entrance, which is this one here. Now I can load into a 0. And then just do the same thing here. So branch if it's... Now the thing here is I finish mining, I need to update the mining position and go to the mining position. Otherwise I need to go back to the base. So for now I'm just gonna go back to the base. But it's not finished yet. So in that case it's just going to... That's not how you should do it, right? So if... Crap, I need to think about this. Okay, so... Let me think about this, right? So load the mode. If the mode is equal to 6, I need to set the mode to go into the entrance. Right, it's not really this. I'm gonna call like set going entrance. Now, if the queue here, right, so branch equal to 0, there is nothing in the queue, then I'll need to set next mining site. So if the mode is not 6 and there is nothing to be set, then I just go back, right? But then I'm not using AL here because I don't want to come back, right? Yes, RA, because RA will go back to the main loop. Yes. Okay. So then I would have set going to entrance, which will change the mode. So what do I need to do to go to the entrance? So I just need to set the target, right? So save device AIME position Z, no, it's position target Z. I don't remember the name I gave to the thing. X, and then save DB settings as move to mining site. What did I call this? I call this mining site X, mining site Y. No. Call this entrance X. Yes. Entrance Y. Base Z base Y. So in this case they're the same. Well, if they are the same, I don't need one extra line, right? So entrance X, base Z. That should be it. Entrance X, base Z. And I assume Y is always 0. If you don't say anything. So define the target, define the mode here. Then I just do save device. Save device AIME receiver mode 5, right, which is path to target. Find your way back to the entrance and then jump to our A. Jump to our A, jump to start. Yes. Now on the start, I'm going to look for the moving to entrance. Going to entrance, right? So if it is going to entrance, wait until entrance. That's the terrible name, but I'm gonna go with aim. Wait for entrance. That's better. So here I just need to wait for the mode to be 0, right? So load device aim mode, right? So then branch is greater than 0, just go back to start or A. Yeah, it's better to go RA because I might have more code below, although I'm gonna run out of line, right? But at least it's continue running. If I'm there already, then I just change, right? So now this is still this, so the only thing I need to change is this, actually, is this entrance X. And then set the mode again. In this case can be 2 because it's a straight line.
Hunger critical.
Really? I don't have anything to eat. Yes, I make some potatoes. So I'm waiting to get there, right? So load the mode. If mode is anything that's not 0, keep waiting. Once I get there, update the target, set the mode to 2, and just go back. Now I need to change the mode on the thing, right? So now the mode is waiting, going to base, going to base, which is 1. Alright, so branch equals aim rent mode. I'm going to base, aim waiting for base. Isn't that the name I gave the thing? Come on. I'm going to base. Yeah, that's the name. I'm going to base. Yes. And then here be just very similar thing, right? So just wait until we get to 0, and then when we finally get to 0, then we move to waiting on base. Which is just AIME waiting. Save DB setting, AIME waiting. And then go back. So I'm missing the set mining thing, right? So let's see. I have the waiting at the base, which is gonna wait for the battery to be full, which I need to check if that's the right way. Probably not. Then check for the storms and check for the mode, right? Once everything is set, then it's go moving to the next mining site, which is not set. I need we start with a mining site. So I'm going negative, right? Because this is 51 negative and that base is 65. Yes, so it's going down negative. So what I need to do is set a starting here. So let's say key, say here, right? So move into mining site X minus 6580, and then of AIME mining site Z, that's 9. So she should be going in a straight line. Still have some lines here. So still not doing the checks, right? So I'm gonna have to start getting rid of those things. I don't need to worry about this storm here, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna also remove this. I'm gonna leave those. Storm warning is 0. Why does I need this? So I might not need those alias, right? So I could remove 4 more lines with those. AIME receiver device. Okay, so I need this. So just wait on the base, right? Then move to mining, which just set target. No. I send it to do something here, right? Move to mine is just waiting for this command to finish. And I'm not checking the mode, I'm just checking the position X and Z, because Y might be different because of the elevation. Okay. And then I just change to mining. So the mining is loaded mode. If it's not 6, go into the entries. So if otherwise, next. And otherwise, just keep mining. So going to the entrance, just set the target to the entrance. Change the mode to moving, and then move to 5. So they're waiting to get there. It's basically just waiting on the mode to be 0 again. Once it is 0, then it's just change the target on the X, because the Z is already the same. Mode 2, then go into the base, and then again just wait, and then move to waiting here. So now I need this thing here, set next mining site, which will just be a sub from into this, from this 15. That should increment 15 more to the range. Once I do that, then I need to go there, right, which should be the same as this. Set the X, because the X is the only thing that is changing, right? So save device target X. I hope when you get to the target doesn't disappear, it's still stored in the device. Because if it's 0 out, it's gonna be a pain to deal with. So save into the answer, and then just waiting for mining, right? AIME mining, yes. Which is this. I just need to set the DB to this. Save DB settings to AIME mining. So set an next mining site. It will subtract this, and then I'm doing the wrong thing here, right? So I need to set this. I need to set the mode on the AIME itself to 5. And then I'm waiting for the mining. So wait for the mining. We'll just check X and Y. Compared to AIME mining site Z and mining site X. Perfect. So this should be all, really. No, it should not be all. I'm missing the very, very basic checks for the storm, right? Which are the same as those here. So power and storm. I always want to do those, right? So I'm just careful now to not, because if you keep doing this, it vanishes the line, right? That's gone. So I have some lines here. Just need to be very careful to not clean up any line below. I did this in the past. So alias has warning, has storm warning are 5. I don't think you can use 0 here. Why is it deleting the entire line? They need to fix this deleting, right? So I'm here, I'm before the end of the line, I deleted 0, it deletes the line. What the heck? That makes no sense. So has warning, and this one will be or on the 4. I'm not using 4 or anything, right? So 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. I think I went maximum to 2 right here. Okay. And then as, so I'm calling this as storm, which means I'm looking for the positive. So would be slow power. So then I would be moving this, but here I'm checking for full power, right? But that's the, yeah, the check is different. The storm is the only one that will be the same, right? So here I have the storm warning as this, right? I'm low the storm if it's storm warning, storm incoming during the storm. So storm incoming, I move warning to 1. During the storm, I keep it 1, right? So on this check here, I just checked this storm income. Where is it? Here, right? So save no storm, right? So it's save if it's equals to 0. I don't need to save anything. Or do I? I do. This means no storm, yes. If this is 1, this means storm. Okay, so save. Yes. So the storm is here. But I do need to keep checking for it, right? So I need to have an AIME pre-check here. Can I do it with these little lines here? Yeah, that's a good question. So I need to, if there is a storm, which I already have the variable for it, right? This. Or if the power is low. That's the only two thing, right? So because the inventory full is already being checked on the mining. So power. I'm gonna set the power to what, 30%. This battery is stretched, so let's see how good that will be. So load into R0 from AIME the power, and that's not how you check power, but we're gonna test this, and save if it is greater than, let's use this as a any, so if anything it's true, it means go back to base, right? So save is less than 0 or 0.3, 30%. And then I do an or R0 or storm, if any, right? So branch equal to 0. So if it's 0, then just go back. If it's not, then I need to set it to go back to base, which is going to entrance, right? Yes.
Storm. Incoming.
Oh. So set going to ends. I don't have mode, but I don't need a mode. I just need to go there. To go there and then just go back to our A. Yes, so I just need to jump. And then I'm left with 3 lines. Is that it? And pre-check. So I'm doing this with AL. Perfect, so I can come back here. So if everything is 0, if everything is 0 means I don't have problem with power, I don't have problem with storm, so just continue, just carry on. Otherwise, if is 1, 2, whatever number it is, it will set going to the entrance. Where it's set going to the entrance, set the target to the entrance, set the mode to waiting, moving to mining side. That's wrong. Going to my entrance. Good at revising this. Let's see how the DB is. Right, DB is setting AIME, so
Hunger
entrance,
caution.
which is going to entrance, yes. Waiting for, so I'm going to base. Yes, once you get there, then it's going to base. And then going to base is waiting, which is correct. Mining is AIME mining. Set the mining and then wait on mining. The mining itself is just doing this and not doing anything else in between. Yes. So I just need to make sure the power
Hydration critical.
is checked in that particular way. Cosmic Crush. Can I call this guy before the storm? Oh, that's a good progress. Even better. Perfect. Perfect. I bring out the poop here, so it don't take space on the vending machine. It's a lot of time. I might test the AIME thing if I have. Oh, you sell ores. Great, so I can buy more of this. You buy a mining belt Mark II, I can make this. You buy, you keep wishing. Edam, what the heck is a edam? If I had, I would cook it, but I don't have. You can stay here during the storm, no problem. For your safety, huh? So you don't get lost during the storm. I don't have a trader casualty in my belt. So if I code everything right. If I export this and bring you with me, if I also bring you with me, with a chip that Your ship should be always empty, right? And I need to check how to check the power. Yeah. I didn't finish that. So export. So I can show you there. You can do an import. Let's not confuse stuff here. So it takes forever to load when you finish one, and then the bar doesn't go back up. So load from DP. I don't need to do anything really. What I need to do is somehow have a battery with less power. That's not a wireless battery, so I can see how the power is being drained, being checked. Yeah, give me this one here. Can have this one. So I should be able to read here, right? So power is 1. Yeah, power is not what I want. Of course not. So power is... I'm gonna have to... Well, I guess I saved you the setting. No, I was there yet already. AIME. Wrong one. So it's load slot 0. Then I check the charge ratio. Yes. So load slot for 0 from the B, 0 charge ratio. Save to the B, setting are 0. And it's just a yield. Well, then I do the start. I jump to start. So now I should be able to see the settings over this guy here, right? It doesn't show the setting, which is annoying. I need to test this somehow, and this chip won't work because we don't have any other pins on it. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna assume this is how you do it. Then I'm gonna clear, export, go there. You can be off. Get you, get an import. Wait, then have my power reading somewhere. So this, right? So this should be this. Don't delete the last line. Okay, I have 2 lines to work with. So load. Yeah, I can't choose load device. Oh, yeah, I don't believe we're gonna have to change the entire thing just because I can't choose load. There is no load device slot. That's painful. Well, for that one, I'm gonna do a load batch name. What a pain. So load batch name from transmitter hash, which I don't have, right? No. Load batch name integer 0 from transmitter. And then from the name, which I also don't have. Load batch
Hunger critical.
slot name or name slot. Name slot. That's how you do it. Load batch name slot from our int or 0 from the transmitter will be AIME receiver. Slot 0 charge ratio. This replace this. Now here, same thing. That should do it. Now if I bring you with me, that might be risky, especially because I know there's a storm coming. It's almost here. The door gonna close with me inside. Well, the door won't be closed because I'm not there yet, but... So I leave you here, or turn you on, come here, get the chip there, and you're gonna keep flashing error on the line 13, which means we go back home. Close, 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 close. Thank you. We just want to test the storm. Well, there is a storm. So much for the rush. Well. What's wrong here? Don't do that. Thirteen is still on the defines, right? How is this a problem? Do I need this has I'm not using this, right? Yes. And I also not using this one either. Why would you not work? I mean, there is no AIME receiver. That I would understand, right? Because the AIME receiver is not set there. Well, I guess I can work there during the storm. I can't. I mean, I can. If I make this work with the door controls. So to make this work with, I just need to plug it there, right? It shouldn't be giving an error on this. So alias, 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 that's correct. Alias, alias, that's defined. This doesn't exist, yeah, I know, but shouldn't give an error. Then move, move, move. Yes. So I need to place the transmitter, which is this guy. With the correct naming that I put here. Into this thing here, AIME receiver. No, never mind. That might be risky. Oh, the storm is blowing that way now. Different from before. Which means I won't be able to jump on the roof. Yes. I do what I'm saying that I'm gonna do and I never do, which is getting a freaking ladder. Come on. This is device 257E8. 257E8. It'd be nice if the door closed. Oh yeah, because it doesn't have the hash. Okay. 257E8. Yeah, that's the advantage of using patch names. Because then you don't... It doesn't break if the device doesn't exist. You just run. It's almost morning, which means the storm gonna stop in just a second now. Yep. Yep, there the storm ends. 24. Oh, it didn't end. Can we stop giving errors, please? That's annoying. It's really annoying. "24. Save batch name." And this should never give an error. Because if it doesn't exist, that's fine. Save batch name to this are 0. Yeah, why you would complain? You should not complain. Yeah, now is a clear weather. "24. Why are you complaining about the save batch name?" You should not complain. If the device doesn't exist, you don't give any error. That's how it's always worked. Holy crap. 65. Load batch name is locked. Why are you giving error? Because AIME is off. Oh, you're telling me because the device is off it can't do this? Is that really how it works? If I could click. I think you can grab the constructor. Or yes, you can. Holy crap! Don't freak up that much. Now it stays still complaining. The line 24 should not be complaining, right? So save batch name into the hash name, and the variable. If there is nothing in the grid with this name, this should not be a problem. Oh, I know what I missed. This. Holy crap! Yeah. Save batch name with this hash ID with this name into this property, this value. Oh, I'm dumb. Real dumb. What's with the line 65 then? Load batch name slot R0 int R0 from this hash, which is
Waste tank caution.
the correct hash, I guess. This name to slot 0 from slot 0 charge rate. Yeah, this is correct. I hate you. So it's not because it was off. Load. Logical slot type from one slot index from all inputs. Yes. Load into R0 network device with provided type and AIME hash using provided batch mode average. Some minimum can use either the word or the number. Yes. Load batch named slot hash slot ratio. Why this has to be like this? Why? What am I missing here? No, 65, right? So 65. Yeah, that's. So let's check. Transmitter hash. That's the transmitter hash. Then the AIME receiver. AIME receiver. Connect to the AIME bot. Yeah, that's exactly what it should be. Charge. Charge rater. Can I recharge instead of charge ratio then? That make no sense. This is painful. Right, so if I go down here, I have some lines left. Load batch name slot. Then say memory R0, then say the hash, right? The hash. Then say the name hash of whatever. Then the slot. Oh, I see. I am missing the stop this. 118 is probably the same, right? Yes. Holy crap, that was painfully annoying. Nice that you're doing absolutely nothing. Because I sent the command just once. Yes, and since it was turned off, didn't receive the command. That's a perfect start. So I need 3 monitors. 3, right? X, Y, X, Z, and mode. I don't need Y really. I should have a console.
Waste tank caution.
Here somewhere. There's a vent. That's a console. So I need 2 more. X, Z in mode, yes. I'm gonna be missing copper. I'm gonna be missing iron. What else am I gonna be missing? X. Great, I can't see the freaking console. Just awesome. Might be able to see something with this. Require plastic sheet. What do I have in my hand? Is that not plastic sheet? 4 plastic sheets required to continue. What do I have in my... Why is now allowing? That makes 0 sense. Bugs and more bugs. Great, that's optimal. It's very perfect. Perfection. Holy hell. Holy moly. No, the wrong one. I was not counting with this super detail. I think I can do one thing here. And just monitor this for the 5th time. Yes. And then I put the thing that goes up and down here. Yeah, that will do. AIME mode. AIME X. AIME MZ. This cable will be annoying, but doesn't matter. Okay, so if I could turn you on. Come on, can we finish this? So AIME mode, yeah, that's correct. So it should be running, it should be working. How do I start? So this is set to DB state 13. Why would they? Oh, I know what it is happening, because I was testing as a debug, where I said move 12, move 11, move 13, and then I never reset this. Move DB set. So 13 doesn't match any mode, so just pass through here without doing anything. That's like what's happening. So I just need to have this as a 0. Still it doesn't set a state if the code fails somewhere. Are you kidding me? Move. Oh, come on. Stay there, thank you. Yeah. Well, that was very helpful. See, it's working perfectly. Stage 3. Well, it did change. Moving to mining site.
Waste tank caution.
So I set here a target, and then I set the mode, and it's not moving. Now it is waiting to get there. The mode is not 5, right? Mode is still 0. So why the heck did that mode didn't change? Save device, AIME receiver device, mode 5. Don't tell me because it is the function mode. Oh, what the? She vanished. with 6 is here, and then it's 6, which is she entered to the floor, or she was on the roof. She's on the roof. What the heck? This game is gold, right? Pure gold. It works exactly as it should be. That was total part of the expected program, right? If it just flies up in the air.
Hunger caution.
Do something. I hope this is not bugged. It might be bugged. Yay! Okay. So when you set the mode to 5, it doesn't actually set the mode to 5. Now it's 2. What the... So does the mode 5 doesn't work? If mode 5 doesn't work, that will be a problem, right? I have 2 here. 2 here. Yeah, it is going to work. Seems like the 5 doesn't work. Holy crap. You are a pain. You are a pain. Big pain. Really annoying. So when I turn it on, off and on, because my code is just waiting, it won't execute anything. It's waiting her to get to the target. I need more display to show where the target is. The target should be 80. 657580.
Waste tank caution.
That's the wrong thing to throw. $75, what? Yeah, still waiting on 9. Can we agree on a freaking number? You keep showing me 75. I would have said 79. It's definitely not 75. Okay, so let's take a ride over here. Yep. But not really doing anything. So the code is stuck. Stage 3. 3 is moving to mining. Is AIME move to mine? So it checks the positions, check the other position, and then branch to RA, which should go back here. But it won't because I completely forgot to do AL on all of them, because that is genius. But at least it's updating this now. Mode is 0.
Hydration critical.
Mode should not be 0. Did I remove the mode 0 from the stop there? No. Zero means not doing anything, so I need to reissue the command or put her into the correct position. And I already see this being a problem where I need to reissue the command somehow. So now at least I should be able to put her more or less where it needs to be.
Air tank low.
Eight. I need to be here.
Hunger critical.
I'm gonna blow you up if you don't work. 890. But of course 8 and 9 is not equal to exactly 8 and exactly 9. I need to have a proximity rounding. But that will require more lines, which I don't have.
Waste tank caution. Waste tank caution.
Holy crap. What a pain. Guess this went way past 1 hour, and I don't want to give up on the great thing to work. I guess I can bring some incentive. See, I always forget to call the trader. At least I call it trader, but I completely forgot it was there. Oh, never mind. This is the um this is the trader that sells gas. Yes. Oh, that's fine. I was seeing, well, how am I losing power? So I need to somehow detect if the mode is 0 and I'm not waiting on the base. I need to somehow do something, right? So on the pre-check here, if I would need a proper structure to reissue the last command. I don't have. Waiting at the base. Unless when I restart it, always send her home, which is set going to entrance. This will go to the entrance and then come back here and then go to the start sequence. This is moving. Look here. I'm gonna blow you up to pieces. Crap. If you don't work properly, that's great. That's just beautiful. 0. Why are you not going anywhere? State is 0. Wait. Move to entrance. It's not moving to base. Did I mess up the move to entrance code? Ah, come on. Move to entrance. And then wait, right? So now it is on going to entrance, which should be wait for entrance. We just check the mode. If the mode is greater than 0, keep going. If it's 0, then set the target, set the mode, set this. Oh, I set entrance. I'm done. Base. Base X. Crap. Clicking on this thing is annoying. Oh, you can't handle that? Perfect. That's how I like to see. I'm gonna blow up into pieces, huh? Don't forget that. So 80 here. Now you should start mining. Ah, come on, go mine. Mode is 0. States 3. Still waiting to get there. Didn't get there. According to this. Oh yeah, because I need to account for the freaking round errors. Right, so I have 4 lines here. Move to mine. And mining. Way I say it, it's in 3, right? So 3 is this. Move to mining site. Move to mining site, which AIME move to mine. Move to mine, it sets the position. Slows the position, doesn't set, just slow the position. Yeah, it's stuck here, right? Could also do R2 from AIME receiver device mode. Save. Go to 0.
Waste tank
R2.
caution.
R2. Still have 2 lines. And then do an OR here. Or R0 R2. And it's gonna go back. Yeah. I'm gonna need a ramp. So the pathfinding is not working at all. Just a move to target. Great. Now what the heck is she doing? Just going forward, or it's actually mining? I think she's going forward forever.
Waste tank critical. Temperature high.
Grab.
Temperature critical.
Don't take lung damage.
Temperature high.
Annoying. Stop the breathing. Come on, stop. It's already done. Yeah, I think she's going forever forward. So the mine, we're gonna wait for the mode to be 6 or something, but I never set it to 3. 2. Yes. So I never set it to actually mine. So she's just moved forward. I have 1 extra line. Okay, so I guess I can use this 1 extra line. Save device. AIME receiver. Mode 3. Now she should come back all the way to here. Good that I can see the battery, how it is. So she was right there. Probably stuck on that freaking mountain that I need to take care of. So I'm gonna have to clear this mountain here. And there's a lot of mountains and there's a lot of holes that I need to cover. Oh, that's going to be super fun. I think it's already 2 hours episode. I didn't really want to do that big of an episode, but then again, I guess it's kind of just part of the thing. Yeah, it's checking the battery, right? So 74, 75, so it's working as intended. 76. So I need some ramps, which you get from the cladding, right? So I'm going to give a proper color later. Right, but I should... well... what a waste. I color this later. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's going. Now, one thing that I didn't account for, like she has some slots, right? So you get gold here, and then you have silicone, and then you have iron, and you have copper, and then you have lead, then nickel, then uranium, and then... So my question is, like, if this is not full, right, but then she can't mine anything else. I don't really remember how the heck this works. Really? Mode is 0. Oh, do I need to keep switch? Ah, come on. I don't have more space to handle this. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to stop this one here. It's kind of work, but do one mine and then stop. Oh, it's gonna get stuck. I never set it to unload, right? Yes, I never set to unload. Well, it was a good proof of concept. I guess I'm gonna have to move this entire thing to a separate chip, or maybe we'll just put everything there.
Waste tank caution.
But if I put everything there, how am I gonna read the storm warning, right? So I guess I use this to send a storm warning and do most of the control there. Or like the mining loop or something like that. These just show up from nothing. And then you're just standing here again, yeah. Not great. Well, I guess I don't need to stop, right? So it's a super long episode for AIME, and then if you don't like it, you can just skip it, right?
Waste tank critical.
And yeah, so changing from so one question is, does the setting on AIME works? Because it doesn't show settings, although everything has a setting. I can test that. So clear. Load from the B setting. Loading towards 0 from the B setting. Now start yield have to start and branch if is equal to 0 or 0 to start. If it's not, then it's saved to db on 0. So if I have anything different than 0 in the setting, that turn itself off. Error. There is no setting to read, really. Save. Yes, there is no setting. How the heck can it be no settings? That doesn't make any sense. So I need how am I gonna talk with if there is no settings? It should have a setting. So I'm like 100% sure that I used the settings in the past. Well, that's not great. That's not great at all. Guess I'm just gonna have to have 2 ships. I don't want to have 2 ships when I can have 1 chip in the AIME itself, right? It requires a chip, so I should be able to do everything from there. I just need a way to read the storm. Oh, I guess I just override from here. What I would override from here? Yeah, I can't override anything from here. Because the only thing I can send is the mode, right? So what I'm not using is the Y position. Can I read the setting from the ship using the slot? Would that be something that feasible? Was that how I did? I don't remember. save slot. Is that how you do it? DP slot 1 setting -1. Load slot for 0 from DP slot 0 setting. No. Save slot DP 1 setting 1. Yeah, it is 1. Yeah, I guess you can't use this because the setting is on the house, not on the ship. But you can push into the stack. But then I would need to remember how the stack works. But the stack is on the house or it's on the ship? Crap. This is the code that AIME have. This is the random code that I have. Push 4, push 3, push 2, push 1, push 0. No. So I'm trying to remember how the heck this works. Start. Yeah, start. Yield. Save into DP. Setting stack pointer. Is that how it works? Pop into R0, save into DB R0, then wait. So this should 4, 3, 2, 1 or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, one of the two. Yes. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stop. Because there is nothing line 8, yes. But you can also push into another device. Push a value of A2. It's missing something here. Stack, add stack point, and increase stack point. Yeah, it increased the count on the stack pointer, yes. But there is a way to push stuff to other device. I just don't remember. Clear the stack memory of provided device. Seeks directly from provided device ID and clear the stack memory of that device. Pick poke stores the provided value at the provided address in the stack. The provided address. I guess that will be the device address. That doesn't help, it does it? No. I want to store this in the ship. There is no way to store in the ship. I will store this into who knows where. Well, my goal is to be able to talk with AIME. I'm seeing two possible ways. So I was like 100% sure, that's redundant, that I use settings, but doesn't work that way. Maybe I'm confusing with the suit that has setting. So I can use the Y of the target because I'm not using the Y of the target. I can also just try to add something on the stack. So bulk address so what I can do here is I don't have the AIME transmitter anymore. Holy crap. Let me do this. That to duplicate all the code here. Now I have both. Don't do that. Crap. Stay there.
Hunger caution.
So I have all the code here, right? So I can just, I don't need to clear the entire thing. I'm gonna clear what I'm not using. So I'm not using this stuff here, the storm readings. Would be the AIME pre-check. So door state, storm warning, power vent, gas sensor, hangar door. Then the AIME receiver, the no AIME receiver, that will be the B. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to change all the Just save, right? Yes. Save. That's so damn annoying. So there is no move storm here. There is no. Okay. This doesn't exist and this doesn't exist. And the question is how I read a storm warning. Right, everything else is perfect fine. So the storm warning I'm going to keep as I had before. So I can just alias storm warning as R9. Now how I'm going to read this is the thing, right? But that's what I want to test now. So I'm going to make like a debug loop yield jump to debug loop. So branch if greater than 0 sp debug loop. Otherwise save db on 0. And she made a magic trick again, yes. I see how this is going to be a big problem when she just teleports to the roof. And get carried away to the storm. $59. I never actually jumped to the debug, right? Yes. So 59. This shouldn't throw an error. So CG turned itself off, which means
Waste tank caution.
the stack pointer is greater than 0, but then it seems it's always greater than 0 if I'm reading this correctly. So branch is greater than 0, so let's change this to branch is equal to 0.
Hydration critical.
Branch is greater than 0. Spare to... I don't remember how you do this properly. Jump to debug loop, right? So it will remove and then we'll go back here, which will then go here until it's 0. When which 0, then should stop. My question is, will it ever reach 0, or it's always starting 1? It might be the case, it's always 1. And she just vanished. They need to fix this kind of crap, man. And she turned herself off again. Which means it's 0. Yeah. It shouldn't be turning off if it was not 0. Also, okay, so the stack pointer is now 0, right?
Hunger critical.
Now I can jump to debug loop. Branch is greater than branch is equal to 0 sp debug loop. I save db on 0. So when the stack pointer is 0, just go back to the debug loop. In other words, does do nothing for... Why are you moving? Oh, because you are competing. Perfect. And now the question is, can I send information from there to here? So I already copied out the code, right? So I can remove everything below with no much concern.
Power low.
Great. So what am I going to do is save poke. It's not poke. Poke one. Poke. Then will this work? I have absolutely no idea. Okay. She's stopped there doing nothing. if this works, she should just turn off. Of course she won't turn off, right? So why would you think this would work? Put. Maybe this, yeah, that's what I need. Put, not poke. So it's put into AIME receiver device. Address is what? The number of the stack? 0, 1. But does this increase the stack pointer? If it doesn't increase the stack pointer, that doesn't help. Yeah, I think this does not increase the stack pointer. Well, in that case, I can always have it to something.
Waste tank caution.
Push 0, right? Did I just lost the code I had?
Health low.
I did. Well, now is the time to stop, because I'm gonna have to rewrite the entire thing. But I guess I can just... Well, now that I've made this poo-poo. So I start with push 0, right? Clear the stack memory for the provide device. Clear the B, push 0. I guess this you add one item, right? So then I do a pick into 0, and then a branch if is equal to 0 to start. And then when it's not equal to 0, which means I've just received something, I'm going to poke into 0, 0 again, and also going to save DP on 0. Now I don't know if his address is 0 or his address is 1.
Critical. Temperature high.
I guess I figured out now. You're at line 0, really? That's annoying. Okay, you are happy. Yes.
Air tank low.
Pretty sure this doesn't do anything. Waiting. Well, am I actually calling this? No. This also helps, so I'm gonna die trying this stuff. Now it fails with line 4. What the heck? Line 46. He doesn't like it. The put here. I hate when you close this, it unpause it. It's so annoying. 6 directly for the provided device ID attempts to write the provided value to the stack at the provided address. What I want is just push with the device, which should be put, right? So see, this is the number, like without address, just put on top. Poke, pick, get, clear D. I don't know if it is reference to the same thing. Put D, put. What's the difference here? Using the provided device, attempts to write to the provided value to the stack at the provided address. Why do I need that address? Why don't we have a push D? We have put D, seek directly for the provided device ID. What's the difference between put D and put? Attempt to write the provided value to the stack at the provided address. It's exactly the same. Put or put D? Maybe this needs to be put D.
Airtime critical.
Ah.
Oxygen low. Oxygen
Crap.
critical. Low pressure. Pressure critical. Cognition low. Temperature critical. Temperature high. Airtime critical.
So there's a lot of oxygen in the waste tank, so that's why I replaced that. But that was
Health critical.
interesting.
Oxygen critical. Waste tank caution. Waste tank caution.
Ah, holy moly. Literally dying to get this to work.
Health low.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to just use target Y. Now that I lost the entire code I have with AIME, I'm going to have to redo it. Right, so I'm just going to do save to device AIME target Y -1. That's it. I'm going to do this. Now it's going to always be branch is equal to 0 and 0 to start. Not then save db on 0. How the heck I have an error in line 3? Load into R0 from db target y. How is this not the proper function? Target is just right. You can't read, really? Oh, that's insane. That's insane. That's insane. That I cannot read from the target. So how the heck am I going to do something? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to research. So that's 2 hours wasted. Well, not wasted, but I got some knowledge there. Just gonna have to check how the heck people are sending information about Storm to the AIME, because pretty much everyone has it. Send it back home. Like I was just sure that I use settings or something like that, but seems like I'm insanely wrong. Well, you're such a waste of time for now. These go here. This battery goes here. Change mine. Where do I have an extra battery anyway? I took from something. Guess I took it from here. Well, that will be it. So, insane failure. Monumental failure, to be honest. In trying to get the aim to work. Well, the controls were working, right? Can't really say monumental fail. The only thing I'm missing is to be able to call it back to the storm. Which I can totally do from one chip alone. If I did it, like if I had more space on that chip, that would work. Because I was trying to put everything in one chip, it didn't work. So I guess I learned my lesson then. You're doing this planting part too long, you get quite fast on it. And I'm not gonna wait you guys to grow. Come on. And that's it. Job's done. So, well, thank you for watching this monumental failure. I'm going to either just rewrite the same code I had before in one single chip, call it a day, or if I find a way to send information, that's how I remember things, then I explain what I did. Okay, so for now that will be it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.